Teddy, Pogorski walked up to me about 5 minutes before we went on air, the referee, and he said, I think I'm going to have a tough one with Popoca against Castillo.
I think the question is, does Castillo have anything left? A lot of people think he's shot.
First and foremost, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, come out banging at the bell. All the way back.
You know, Joe,
stay loose.
Castillo, I believe he may be shot. Too many miles on the odometer.
Yeah, all the way back,
there's many miles on Glenn Johnson's, too, tonight. This is the senior tour we're putting on. But Johnson may have taken better care of the engine. Not driven on as tough a terrain. You talked about it. You alluded to it. Castillo has had to lose weight at the last minute many, many times for many years. That can wear your body out.
Good. All right, ready?
I think the big question, Joe,
we're ready to go.
Is not just what Castillo has left, but what does Popoca have? Is he good enough, even at this diminished place that Castillo's at 38 years of age? Does Popoca, the 30-year-old, have enough talent to overcome the vast experience of Castillo, the old warhorse and former champion?
Popoca has not fought since that loss when he came on to Friday Night Fights as an unbeaten prospect in April of 2011. So a 15-month layoff.
You know, it's very tough going into the ring off of your first loss, especially your first loss being a knockout and nothing in between. You're going in there with a former world champ, and that's the case tonight for Popoca. Last time he was in the ring, 1 year and 3 months ago, and as we said already, knocked out for his first loss by Provatnikov. You have an old man in front of you, use your younger legs. Popoca's doing that a little bit. Last fight was a big step up for Popoca with a young contender. He was knocked out. This is another step up, Joe, except obviously it's a step up with an old fighter, former champion, who, as we said, just might not have anything left. And that is exactly what the management of Popoca is hoping for.
Castillo's been able to just simply touch him a few times with that left hook. Nothing of significance early on, and then that.
Oh, he's got that left hook we talked about, and he hurt Popoca already.
He was touching him, and then he cranked it up, and now he's getting after him. Popoca is hurt here with a minute to go in round one as the former champ has turned up the heat a bit.
And Popoca, when he got hurt, he turned southpaw. He's hoping turning southpaw will help him. I don't know if it's going to help him with a guy with this much experience in front of him.
Jose Luis Castillo trying to get after the younger Chicago-based Ivan Popoca.
Well, what matters right now is not what Castillo has left. It's what Popoca is not. He's not an elusive fighter. He's not a high-grade fighter right now. He's just a guy standing in front showing heart. And as we said, he's coming off a knockout loss, so his confidence must be really low right now. Last time in the ring, knocked out, first round, back in the ring, and he's hurt with a 38-year-old.
Just ate another right hand from Castillo.
Coming up, protect yourself.
Trying to fight his way out of that situation. Back has been against the ropes for the last 45 seconds.
Wasn't just a straight left hook. Looked like it was going to be a jab, then he turned it to a hook, and it caught Popoca very clean. And then Castillo knew what to do. Stay right on him. But a little trickery from the 38-year-old former champion, Castillo. Looked like a left hook, Joe, but it came from a different direction. He gave that little subtle move like a jab, and then in midstream, midair, turned it to a hook.
Let's look at the CompuBox numbers. The total punches in round one. Castillo obviously picked up the pace, and he clips him again. A left hook scores the knockdown.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You know, you don't have to tell a former world champion more than once what's working. He knew that he was catching Popoca with the left hook. So let's go out and see if it continues to work for him in the second round.
I don't know if Popoca knows how to handle this situation here, Teddy, as we saw in that first round. Back in the corner, back against, squared up in front, as Castillo tries to place a left hook again.
You know, Joe, you said in the first round that struck me. You said he's touching, Castillo being he's touching Popoca. And I thought to myself, my God, he's touching him much too easy.
Yes.
Castillo wants to get ahead.
It's just much too easy. We talked about it in Keep Your Edge. I talked about Castillo landing the left hook. It's been just too easy for Castillo to land the left hook with Popoca. And again, watch, Joe, every time Popoca gets hurt, what's he do? He turns lefty. He's done it again. And you know what? It saved him in the first round, and it's saving him right now in the second round. That's his prevent defense. That's the turtle bringing his head into the show when there's a predator that's looking to eat him. Popoca is not a southpaw. You at home now, you're looking at a southpaw. Again, every time he gets hurt so far tonight, that has been the defense, the survival mechanism for Popoca. Go lefty. It's working. I'm in the corner, I might tell him don't go orthodox anymore. Every time you go orthodox, Castillo finds you with the left hook with no problem.
Straight left hand from Popoca from that southpaw stance. Right jab left hand now against the former two-time champion, as now Castillo finds himself against the ropes. He fights out of that situation with a straight right hand as they trade hooks. Pretty good action here in round number 2 of our co-feature on Friday Night Fights. Stay with us, more to come.
Nothing late. Time.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Heated NL Central rivals clash as Carlos Beltran and the Cardinals take on Jay Bruce and the Reds.
Gave it a ride and gone.
Sunday Night Baseball, Cardinals-Reds at 8 on ESPN.
I love it. But what if technology changes?
At Rent-A-Center, you don't have to worry. You can get Acer products starting at just $16.99 a week.
And if you want to, you can bring it back and stop paying.
I wasn't worried. Did I look worried?
Hey, Grandpa, we got this large pizza for $5.
Well, paint me blue and call me Babe. I'm serious.
Get a hot and ready pepperoni pizza for $5 or a 3-meat treat for $8 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Take a look at the knockdown from the last round. Left hook. Watch how he loops it a little bit. Again, not just your ordinary left hook. Take another look. Castillo drops it a little bit like it's going somewhere else. Then he loops it up to where it was going. The chin of Popoca. A little illusion, again, a little trickery by Castillo. He knows how to get the punch to the target. And guess what, Joe? Look, Popoca's southpaw.
Southpaw again.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come out orthodox anymore. Both times when he's come out orthodox in this fight, first round, second round, he's been hurt.
Keep him up.
And right hand straight a little bit low, and Pete Pogorski comes in with the warning.
And to further notice, we have a southpaw with an orthodox fighter. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to get hurt again. But give credit to Popoca for having the mindset, the wherewithal mentally to say, I got to do something. And he did something to survive so far.
Castillo with some success with the right hand there. Now to the inside.
Joe, that's a good point. The left hook has been working like magic for Castillo tonight, while Popoca's been orthodox. Now that he's southpaw, I think Castillo should change to the right hand. That's what works with lefties.
In fact, I think it opened up a cut on Popoca. As you can see, blood now around the left eye of Popoca.
Well, Popoca has some scar tissue over that left eye. He was cut there 2 fights ago, and he has been involved in fights where there's been head clashes. And so is Castillo. Matter of fact, talking about a cut over the left eye of Popoca, Castillo has scar tissue over his left eye. But so far, so good for the veteran. Boy, Castillo's still looking for that left hook, and there's the left uppercut. But again,
I'm grab out here.
I think if I'm in the corner of Castillo, I'm telling him, yeah, the left hook has been great, but
come on, guys.
That was before you had a southpaw. Let's try the right hand now. Left hook not working as well as it did for Castillo earlier. Boy, but Popoca's a gritty guy, if nothing else.
There was a left hook on the inside. Popoca taking half steps forward, squared up. Infighting has been very strong in this third round.
Popoca's throwing, but Castillo's...
2 right hands, Teddy.
Castillo's landing. You know, he places his punches much better than a man who's 8 years younger than him.
Bad-looking cut around the left eye of Popoca as we finish up this third round. Entertaining bout.
Listen up.
Why should you get a domain name from GoDaddy.com? Because a domain name lets you do so many things on the internet. Use yours to build a website, to promote services or sell products, post your resume, register your baby's name, create a wedding site, then post photos and videos
he says
to share.
that's how he's marking it down. An accidental headbutt causing that cut around the left eye. Using the unified rules here as we start round number 4. We will go to the scorecards after 4 rounds are complete if the fight is stopped because of the left eye of Popoca.
And as we mentioned, before we knew if it was from a headbutt, both these fighters involved in head clashes. Because of their styles. They're inside all the time.
CompuBox in the last round had it a 28-22 edge for Popoca. Popoca threw 115 punches, most of that work on the inside. Landed a good shot there again, and here comes the right hand as Popoca gets away from it and lands a left hand of his own.
I'd like to see the legs tested of Castillo to see if they're old. So far, the upper body has been young, but what's the lower body? We won't know that until Popoca starts putting something on the chin of Castillo. Then we'll see whether or not the chassis, the understructure, the foundation is still firm.
Castillo landed a left uppercut on the inside moments ago, and Popoca came back with a right hand. Now both men landing on the inside. This has been good, entertaining infighting.
You know, the old timers like Foreman, the last thing to go is the power. Castillo showed that tonight so far. But the first thing to go, the legs. Popoca has a chance now to test those legs. I'm not so sure, as good as Castillo has looked so far tonight, that those legs are still good. You know, I said a couple rounds ago that I expect maybe you've seen the last of Popoca fighting orthodox. You're going to see his southpaw the rest of the night. Well, that's what you're seeing. And I also said you're probably going to see Castillo switch from the left hook. It was so effective the first 2 rounds to a right hand. And he has switched to the right hand for the most part. But not enough. I'd be using the right hand more. Probably hard for Castillo to get it out of his head, Joe. You know, he hurt Popoca with the left hook so often, he probably figures, why should I change?
Hurt him badly in the first round, scored a knockdown in the second round.
The cut man is going to be important in that corner of Popoca.
Nothing late.
End of 4, stay with us.
Niagara Falls, the ultimate torture test for a deck. The ultimate protection, Thompson's Water Seal.